Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Marian at TM and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to discuss the controversial topic, whether you should make the switch to controller or not. Fasten your seatbelts everybody and let's get right on into it. You guys are all probably asking, yo Marian, what is this background footage? Well, it is me on controller. I've been playing controller for about 8 days since, well, I got my Xbox One Elite Series 2 8 days ago. By the way, I would not recommend this controller. It has broken already. So that is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So the first positive thing about swapping to controller is that it's really refreshing to learn something new. It kind of gives Fortnite a new aspect and it's just so fun to see how much you can improve every single time you play. So if you're somewhat bored of Fortnite on mouse and keyboard, swapping to controller will give you that new refreshing feeling of actually learning something new and improving every single time you play. The next thing I want to talk about in this video is obviously the aim aspect of controller. Aiming on controller is a lot easier than on mouse and keyboard. In my opinion, aim assist is just a little bit too broken right now, and that is why this is the perfect time to swap to controller. If aim assist gets nerfed, I don't know if it's the best idea to swap to it, but right now aim assist and controller is 100% the alpha input for Fortnite. On the other side, however, we have mouse and keyboard players. And trust me, there are many advantages of being a mouse and keyboard player as well. Doing mechanically difficult things is a lot easier on mouse and keyboard. Trust me, I've been playing controller for 8 days right now and I can already tell you that 8 days going into mouse and keyboard, I was already better mechanically than I am right now on the sticks. So being mechanically good is definitely easier on mouse and keyboard. Not to mention that we also have scroll wheel reset. Scroll wheel reset is insanely busted and overpowered as well. However, aim assist is just so much better than scroll wheel reset. And I'm not capping when I'm saying this. I have obviously been playing both and I can tell you that aim assist is just so much better and I would trade scroll wheel reset for aim assist any day of the week. Even if aim assist was nothing near how good it is right now, I would probably still swap scroll wheel reset for aim assist. And I know no controller players saying they would swap aim assist for scroll wheel reset. I'm actually really scared to post this video because I know I'm gonna get a lot of controller players down in the comment section hating on me. And I want you guys to know one thing. I am not disrespecting any controller players. If you are a controller player that has managed to place high in tournaments, if you're good at Playground, or Creative rather, have good mechanics, and stay consistent, I have all the respect in the world for you. Becoming a good mechanical player on controller is incredibly difficult. And if you have those good mechanics on those sticks, mad respect to you. Like, I'm not trolling. I know how hard it is and wow, you are insane if you have good mechanics on controller because it takes a lot of work. You have to put in the hours, that is for certain. However, I want to say one thing to end this video, and that is that I personally believe that right now, and I'm saying right now because controller has not always been the alpha input for Fortnite. I believe that right now, controller is the best input for Fortnite. This can change tomorrow, this can change in 1 month, this can never change, or it can change in a year. Fortnite changes all the time, and right now it is a controller meta. Let's say Fortnite changes something big up, it might be a mouse and keyboard meta the next very season. So to answer the question asked in the title, should you make the switch to controller? Well, if you are a good mouse and keyboard player, I wouldn't recommend you to make the switch to controller simply because one update could screw you over. Let's say you're sitting there on controller, yes, you get 2 good tournament placements, but then Epic Games comes out and nerfs aim assist and you're sitting there with the worst mechanics EU and only relying on aim assist, you're gonna be screwed. And then all of your progress on mouse and keyboard that is lost within the time you've been playing controller might make you never play some mouse and keyboard again. That is obviously the worst case scenario. Most players are gonna get back into mouse and keyboard relatively quickly. What I'm simply trying to say is that if you are a good mouse and keyboard player, you have good mechanics, you have all right aim, and maybe you've even placed in a couple of tournaments, I would not recommend you to swap to controller. Trust me guys, the grind will 100% be worth it. However, if you are a new player to Fortnite, playing on the controller is probably not a dumb idea. If one of my friends comes up to me and say, yo Marian, I really want to get into Fortnite, I have never played it before, do you have any tips? My first tip to them would be, yes, play on controller and not mouse and keyboard. It is the alpha input for Fortnite, and I believe you're gonna get so much more out of playing it on the sticks. Lastly, let's say you're a really bad competitive player, but you want to be good at competitive. I'm pretty much talking about myself right now. What do? You're on a mouse and keyboard, you have all right mechanics, your aim is also pretty good, but you just think you're gonna do better on controller. I would recommend, guys, to swap to controller, or at least learn it first, try a couple of tournaments on controller, see how it works out, because a lot of how you perform in competitive tournaments is in how you think. And for me personally, I believe I can personally do better on the sticks compared to mouse and keyboard, simply because I know how competitive Fortnite works. I'm just not able to do the things I want to do on mouse and keyboard because I don't have good enough aim for it. So if you are a bad competitive player that wants to place in competitive and you've played a lot of competitive and you've never placed, swapping to controller is probably not a dumb idea, or at least trying out a few tournaments on the sticks, see how it goes. Maybe you think it's more fun to play on it, then definitely go for it. With that said, boys, I want to end this video. I hopefully did not upset any of you guys. If I did, I'm really sorry. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about this topic. I know it's sensitive for a lot of controller players. This is my 2 cents on it, and I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say. If you did, be sure to drop a like, and I'll see you all tomorrow with a brand new video. Until then, guys, take care.